Hello viewers, did you know about Custodians of Africa, where heritage meets leadership? Here we dive into Africa's rich traditions, ancestral wisdom, and the voices that shapes our nation from the village elders to modern leaders. Join us as we uncover untold stories, explore cultural heritage, and connect lessons from our past to inspire today and guide tomorrow. This is more than a channel. This is a movement to preserve identity, restore dignity, and celebrate Africa's greatness. Subscribe and walk with us as we tell Africa's story through culture and leadership. My name is Wycliffe Muganda. With me in the studio is none other than Odhiambo Juma, a political analyst, aka Jaluo. My friend, you're looking sharp.
Very well indeed.
Now, today you decided to kill us.
You know, this is just a weakness.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Jaluo.
Welcome.
So, well, you're smart, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Now, thank you very much. Straight to the business.
Correct.
Stephen William Samoei Ruto is the sitting President of the Republic of Kenya. And this is somebody that was never known. The story tells us about YK92 during the Moise era. And the dream, be true, today is the sitting president. What can you tell us about William Ruto?
Thank you once more, Wike, for that question. The fifth president, I believe,
Oh, yes.
of the Republic of Kenya, and also head of the defense forces, came out of a peasantry from a noble background, not a noble background, actually weak background, simple indeed. But by God's nature, but God's choice, he is now the sitting president of the Republic of Kenya. I remember at one time you mentioned YK92. That's where he rose out of the blues. At one time, right-hand man of the late Jirongo, I'm sorry for that, also rest in peace, but they came from a humble background. Now he's the head of state. And this has not come out of nothing. Reasons being, Kenyans actually are people who are hardworking, very resilient, innovative, and can bring you down if you don't act. It's not like other countries. In fact, we, the citizens, are the ones who have made Ruto be who he is by pushing to the black of the law.
Really?
And that is why.
Do you think so? You've made Ruto who he is?
Why not? In fact, without us.
How?
We have to push you to the walls. Remember the Gen Zs of last year, that's 2024. What happened? He was pushed to the wall. And Kenyans are like that. And even before that, the late Raila Odinga had to bring him to the ground. And having come out of that also to bring peace, Raila made sure that they came together to show direction. And that's why he's doing a lot of things. Just about to itemize a few things that he has done for us.
When you talk about Gen Z, I captured the Gen Z thing. I was in the middle of it because by then I was assigned or given some duty to partake by Amnesty International. So I in the middle. I experienced everything from the day one to the last day. So you're saying that it's Raila Amolo Odinga who came through for him and made him who he is today?
Very well indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Very well indeed.
Wow.
He did it with a lot of passion because he loves his country. And the country is bigger than any other individual being. And that is his statements. He used to say so. That is why we see, even in his death, his spirit still lingers and lives with us.
Wow. It's very interesting. So you're saying that the spirits of Raila Amolo Odinga are still lingering around?
Correct.
What shows?
That is why any place, if anybody, any politician, whoever it is, if you don't mention Raila's name, your statement is not complete. Yeah, it's never complete.
Very interesting, fellow viewers. Steve is telling us that Raila Amolo Odinga's spirits are still lingering around, and he's saying that all the are you trying to say that all that the politicians that are aspiring to be who they want to be must mention Raila?
If you don't mention, then you are doomed.
Really?
Of course.
Okay. Now, away from Raila, may his soul rest in peace.
Thank you.
We are seeing a lot that His Excellency William Samoei Ruto are promising. Are these just promises or dreams that he aspires to see, or are we going to see this in reality? One is about the affordable housing. And before I come to affordable housing, if you may excuse me, Mr. Steve, let's just talk about SHA. Is it working?
Oh, let me bring to your attention before we come in, even to SHA. The Bible says in certain verse that if you have ears, listen to it and hear. You have eyes, see for yourself. There are things that are happening. Of course, SHA is happening. You go to members of the party, find out. Already, right now, more than 28,000 people have registered. That's more than half of the population in the Kenya.
Registered to SHA?
To SHA. And the others are being encouraged to register. The only snag you see, even when a child is born, it doesn't grow the same day, doesn't come out mother's womb and start walking.
But is it away from registering?
Yes.
Is SHA working? This is the big question.
Yes, it's working.
Really?
Yes, it's working.
So you are trying to tell me that William Samoei Ruto is achieving his dream?
Of course, he's doing it.
Oh.
He's doing it. We can see it. You go to hostels, there are drugs, there are doctors, and
Stephen,
people get treated. Unless we have a little bit of hiccups, anything that is started cannot just go smoothly as you may expect.
Yeah.
You must find a little hiccups, but
Yeah.
those can be regenerated and be made into what should work for the members of the public.
Wow.
Hmm.
So, wonderful, wonderful. If SHA is working, then we need to encourage people to register those that are not done.
in large numbers.
In large
And in any case, it's not just a question of registering alone.
Mm-hmm.
We would wish, at least at any given time, let it be free, as in America.
Wow.
And that brings us to this issue of Singapore that Ruto is eyeing.
Before you come to Singapore, the Baba Care. Remember, there's something in the US which was known as Obamacare.
Obamacare.
So is it the same one that ODM as a party, Orange Democratic Movement
Yes.
Party, in their manifesto
Yes.
had got something like Baba Care?
Babacare.
Is it the same to SHA?
These are same things. In fact, these manifestos are only borrowed. Only the English words are spelled
Intertwined.
differently, are intertwined, are misinterpreted to mean other things. Otherwise, it's the same thing.
Okay. Wow, beautiful. If SHA is working, Mr. Steve, as you say and claim, wonderful. That is, well done.
But we have to continue pushing it to go to 100%. It's only about a 50 something.
About some 50 something. And you are also saying that it should be free because people,
in time to come,
the common mwananchi is paying for it.
Yes,
Where
but-
6,000 shillings
yes,
if you're not employed.
at one time, even that 6,000 will not be paid.
Wow.
Remember at one time before Raila passed on, what did he say? He wanted to give every common individual who is vulnerable 6,000 shillings for upkeep. Where was he going to get that money? And it's for free. It was not the hustler fund.
Answer that question. Where was that money going to come
that
from?
money. Already Ruto is talking about 5 trillion. Where is it coming from?
Wow.
Infrastructure fund. And you remember, Baba was a little global.
Wow.
He was a little global.
Thank you, Mr. Steve. That is interesting and very encouraging. Baba used to talk about affordable housing.
Correct.
Something that Ruto have hold next to his chest
Very dearly.
very dearly. And just in recent weeks, I saw him issuing out keys from a slum known as
Mkuru Kwajenga.
Kwanjenga.
Yes.
And that was like a dumping, excuse my language, but the situation down there before these people were brought to this affordable housing, it's like you are being brought from a dumping pit to a palace. And he issued out 1,080 keys to families.
And Remember, your terminology of dumping is not dumbfounded. You have you have rightly put it.
Wow.
That's a dumping place for the less fortunate.
Wow.
And remember, they have been carried out those places. Now they are living in palatial areas and dining in palatable cuisines.
Wow.
Yes, that is the change that people want. The populace would want to say that. And I remember I also told you, I'm also getting one.
So really, how did you? Can you give me the how do you get?
I just
one?
applied.
Because I also need to get one.
I just applied. I'm on the waiting list.
Oh.
Yes.
Then you're not a good friend, because by the time you are going for that application, you could have reached me the same way I look for you when I want to interview you.
Remember, I really had to find out, am I getting it, so that we don't have both of us. So, that is why I say, after doing that, I'm reading to you. I'm telling you now.
Wow. Congratulations to His Excellency the President William Samoei Ruto for what you have achieved.
Yes.
Because that strengthens our faith.
Yes.
Okay, fine, come 2027, is he going to be the next president?
If Raila were here and probably stood that he want to run against Ruto, I would have a fact of doubt. Because Bava is not there, I have not seen anybody, any contender against Ruto. In fact, he's getting it free of charge. He should even go and sleep and wait for votes to be counted. Remember, I want to bring to attention again one thing that's very important, very key, dear into my life, that there are three factors in the electioneering process. Number one is the voter. You vote and go home. Number two is the counting officers. Those are people like us. Number three, the IEBC. Where are they? They're the ones, the announcement will be made. And they will announce Ruto.
No, Steve.
I'm telling you the truth.
Mr. Steve Matiang'i is here warming up for...
No. Matiang'i, I would advise. But without prejudice or malice for that matter. That if he wants to be a kingpin of Kisi, I would grant that. If he would wish to be an MP, but governor in Kisi, let me try that. For president, that Raila has tried, or had tried 5 times. And who is it in Kenya, in your opinion?
But
you have Kalonzo?
But it's a nobody, just the same way Ruto was a nobody, and Ruto is a president.
Look here, we made it very clear. Ruto started this thing in when Moi was a president, not now. Not now. Okay. Not now. Okay. It came from somewhere.
Get your point.
And you talk of the likes of Matiang'i, with due respect.
Yes.
These people are being pushed from other quarters. They didn't want this thing.
Which quarters? Which quarters had this?
In fact, who was behind him? That's one fellow.
Really?
We are not afraid to say this.
Uhuru Kenyatta, the former president of the Republic of Kenya.
With the view of trying to scuttle Ruto's votes.
Is he going to make it?
He cannot. Oh. If he couldn't give Raila, he had in fact, he had the instruments of power as a sitting president. He could even say that the elections is rigged or say it has not been done properly. Then, I repeat, would definitely be done. He was a sitting president.
Wow.
But he could not give Raila. Who is Matiang'i to give, and where does he get votes? And remember, I told you three things about the electoral process.
Yes.
Uhuru is now a voter. Just like anybody else. He's not even a presiding officer. And he doesn't know where IBs comes from.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my.
It's unfortunate for him now.
Oh my. Now, if you are saying that, okay, fine, Matiang'i is not nowhere next to the race, what about Kalonzo?
No.
Because Kalonzo has been here.
Let me bring to your attention. Kalonzo, you remember, just a few days ago, we have even told that he does not even have a road leading to his home.
Was that an abuse?
No, to some extent, we would call it tantamount, but not an abuse.
It was a reality.
Yes, it's a reality.
So,
but tantamount to abuse, because sometimes when you remind somebody,
yes,
you may take an abuse, somebody will not take an abuse.
Wow.
So and those are all of them. Don't even call the chief of the Kikuyu, the mountain man. Those are political novices.
Political what?
Novices.
Which school did you go to?
St. Mary's School, yeah, of course.
Stephen Odhiambo Juma is bringing it out as it is. Friend, affordable housing we've touched. Now tell me about the road network.
We call it...
Today we are in the festive seasons and people traveling to the Nyanza, Busia, Miguri, name it, as spending two nights on the road.
Yeah, sooner or later, there will be no jam along our roads. Because there are two things, very important, very key.
A promise?
I promise. Two things.
Confirm, convince me.
Number one, we are doing a road starting from Naivasha to Busia, a dual carriageway.
You are doing?
We are doing.
Who are you and who?
I'm the president, of course, I'm part of the presidency.
Wow.
I'm a Kenyan. I'm a citizen.
Wow.
And when things are going down well, I'm also happy.
Yes.
Yes.
So there's some work going on?
Very well indeed. It's starting in January. And that's one. Number two, SGR. All from Naivasha.
SGR is just a dream. This is just a saying. These are gimmicks.
In fact, even the one going to Mombasa was a dream. Was it not? To detractors. Only to detractors of Ruto. Otherwise, he's doing wonderful things.
So this gentleman, William Samoei Ruto, is doing work?
Very well indeed.
Oh. So what would you advise people from the western part of Kenya to relax? Or
let us relax and wait for an opportunity.
Yes,
so that we can be traveling and we also cut the road menace where our people just die along our roads unnecessarily. But anyway, if you before that, I would advise that right now be very vigilant. And as a driver, consider yourself the only sane person on that road.
Wow.
Because you may be right,
good advice.
but some sane people will definitely cause you accidents. And you may die out of that also.
Wow, good advice, Mr. Steve. Thank you very much for that advice. Because even yesterday I saw somewhere that people had died, and may the souls rest in peace and their families. Those are our condolences to them.
Yes,
and we advise that as we drive home, those are traveling by road, please be careful. Be careful. You, the driver, don't drive while drunk. Be very careful and maintain the speed that you can control the car.
And even as a pedestrian, also take care of yourself.
Yes.
Look for a way how you cross your roads, how you walk. And you don't even walk along these roads while drunk.
Yes.
Drunken people are always struck.
And what would you advise these people, that the hawkers that are just by the next to the road, the tongue of the road, they don't give space?
In fact, if I were a governor, I would be a governor for one term.
Why?
Because of political in expediencies.
Yeah.
Political expediencies. You know, politics is always about votes.
Yes.
And those are also voters.
Yes.
And they seem to not understand a lot of things. So they do things out of their outrage, their act when they are removed. But unfortunately, that also causes accidents. Yes. And in any case, by any chance, if you step on Mama's Nana, you will see wrath on this world.
Wow, thank you, Mr. Steve. Now, for those that have got their ears, let them hear what you
have
say.
Eyes,
please see. Take care while you're on the road.
Yes.
Mr. Steve, William Samoei Ruto has come up with a mega huge international conference hall, which is undergoing on construction at the Bomas of Kenya, and that particular work have employed 3,000 people. What do you say about this?
Sometimes we talk of unemployment. We talk about unemployment, of course, we have to agree that to a certain extent we may not be able to employ everybody. But if we do at least something that gives 3,000 people at least some jobs, you have done a wonderful job. If we do affordable houses where people do all kinds of jobs, including and of course not limited to handworks, they're doing there. They're earning. At least they're getting something. So those are things that we have to put into consideration. And the only thing that is the undoing thing in Ruto's places, some of his cabinet ministers, the CSS, are not disseminating this information properly well for the members of the public to heed.
Wow.
We call them pieces of gem. Those are things that must be considered.
Wow.
I wish I were one. I would be talking about the public.
Well said, Mr. Steve. I am happy with how you are, give the kind of support and praises you are giving to His Excellency the President William Ruto, which is a good thing.
And remember, one time I was not for him because I was waiting for this thing to take off. I thought it was just Mamia Joker.
Wow.
But right now, at least I'm translated into somebody who understands. It's not mediocrity as it was.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, there is a dream. With him, as you know, today, viewers, we are talking about the sitting President of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto. And kindly like our videos, share your comments if you like what we are saying. We also need, this is just Stephen's opinion, and your opinions also count, so please leave us with your comments. Mr. Steve, Singapore,
Yes.
and the world class,
Yes.
Kenya to be put somewhere
Yes.
where first world,
Yes.
where it's a dream of His Excellency.
Correct.
And you find the opposition really on him that those are just mere dreams.
Dreams and ambitions are inevitable. And you know, our president not just Juma. He's an ambitious man. Ambitious man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, anybody on negation will always say no. Those are the members of the party from the other side of the divide, political divide.
The person who brought Singapore to where it is Lee Kuan Yew.
Correct.
And he worked as a prime minister,
Yes.
and he brought Singapore to where it is until 1990, then died. Do you think William Ruto could be having a similar dream as Lee?
He has a big dream, just like Lee, because you have mentioned those states. You have mentioned those. We were at par at one time, given time. Right now, they are almost 80% ahead of us. And we borrow from them, remember. But number two, there is a lot of resource. First of all, economic resource, financial resource. We also have human resource in Kenya. The only thing, the undoing thing in Kenya is corruption. If I would simply advise the president one thing. Come up with a jail. Come up with a jail.
Can he?
Only for the corrupt. Yes, he can.
What about his friends?
Well, he can. No,
what about his friends?
Look, you start with your friends if you want to say in Singapore. Warn your friends. Warn your friends. You've taken him much, you are not taking him more. Because we have an infrastructure fund that we want to put money into.
Wow.
Remember 5 trillion.
Yeah.
And we don't want somebody to touch even a single cent.
Wow.
When the COVID-19 came here, a lot of money was put in.
Yes.
Some went into people's pockets. They are now richer than us. Or richer than themselves.
Well, Mr. Steve, you said it well. Fellow viewers, Mr. Steve is saying that yes, we are in the trajectory of realizing our dream together with His Excellency, the President, William Samoei Ruto. We just give him time so that he is able to achieve his ambition. Let us dream together with him. Let us also have the interest with him so that we achieve whatever the promises or the projects that he's dangling for us.
Yes.
This is Custodians of Africa, and allow me to remind you again that we are with His Honorable Stephen Odhiambo Juma, aka Jaluo.
Yes.
Jaluo is a political analyst, and there is one thing that he have said, that if His Excellency the President William Ruto will be man and courageous enough to start whipping his friends that are close, allegedly being pointed as the masters of corruption, then we are going to realize the dream. The SGR is going to reach where?
Malava?
Malava.
Yes.
The dual carriageway is going to reach where?
Busia?
Busia. And all those affordable houses from all those upcoming counties are going to be realized before 2027. Your opinion counts. Your comments count. Kindly share and keep watching Custodians of Africa. Thank you.